Hi, I'm mediator Andrea Vacca, and I know you have a lot of options when considering mediation. It's for that reason that I want to share a little bit about my background that draws me to mediation, what you can expect if we work together, and why I'm committed to keeping the focus on your interests and goals. I've been a divorce attorney for nearly 30 years, and I have always seen that couples who end up in litigation have the worst long-term outcomes, not only with regard to their satisfaction with the outcome in the process, but also their relationship with each other and the well-being of their children. It was for that reason that I started mediating about 15 years ago and stopped litigating altogether a few years later. I also know from personal experience that how you divorce matters. I saw the terrible effect that traditional lawyer-to-lawyer negotiations had on my own parents' divorce. My parents were encouraged by their lawyers to dig up every terrible thing that either of them had said or done to each other over their 25-year marriage. This way, if they couldn't end up reaching an agreement, they'd have ammunition for court. Well, they did reach an agreement, and they never stepped foot in the courtroom. But the effect that those allegations had on their relationship affected our family terribly for the next 10 years. My father was so angry at my mother that he wouldn't speak to her or even be in the same room with her. You can imagine the effect this had on our graduations, our weddings, and even the birth of their first grandchild. Listen, I don't want any other children, even adult children, to experience what my siblings and I experienced. That's why I mediate. When you mediate with me, you can expect that I'll talk you through and walk you through all of the issues that need to be considered and agreed upon for me to be able to draft your separation agreement. This will include the division of your assets and liabilities, and an agreement about whether spousal support will be paid, how much it will be paid, and for how long, and if you have children under 21, a parenting plan and a child support agreement. I often find that although clients want to come to a resolution, they just aren't sure how to make a decision. In that case, I'm always happy to offer an option that I see based on what I'm hearing is important to each of you, or even information about how other couples have resolved similar issues if you'd like. This may be different from how other mediators work. My goal is to help you move forward toward resolution. It's for this reason that I will want to know what is most important to each of you. What are your concerns? What are your goals? What are your needs? I'll ask a lot of why questions to dig a little deeper than you may expect. But by understanding what's important to each of you, I'm able to help you find more options than you may have ever thought possible that you could see on your own. Before every mediation session, we'll clarify an agenda for that meeting, and I'll follow it up with a memo that summarizes the important issues that we discussed and what, if any, agreements were made. We'll also clarify next steps and tasks for each of us. This helps us to make sure the process is always moving forward. If this sounds like a process that would be a good fit for you and your spouse, I encourage you to schedule a mediation session. This way I can find out more about the issues of concern to you, what's important to you, and you can ask me any questions that you have. I want to help you arrive at an agreement that will allow each of you to move forward with your lives with security and peace of mind. And if you have children, to help them feel that they're still part of a family, even if their parents are no longer married. If you want to get started, contact us today at vaccalaw.com.